clicked on this video because I titled it, How I Get 10,000 Steps in a Day. This is a bad example. My butt hurts from sitting. Hey, my name is Karen, and I help you to love your body between the ups and downs of weight loss and through the decades. And if wellness is something that you enjoy in your life, you're going to want to subscribe. You wanted to know how to get 10,000 steps in a day. It's run day, and I've treated myself to a flat route. Usually I go in a neighborhood where it's kind of hilly. Let's see how many steps I can do in an interval run walk in 22 minutes, shall we? First, we need to have a look at the count that I'm at right now. And then we'll do a little bit of math when I'm done. I'm 2/3 through. Dang, I might have been going a little too fast, but it's gonna feel good. Stretching. I'll move the camera down so you can see. I got my back foot on this cement so that I could lean into this. I show you this move somewhere in a video I did before on my mountaintop about what to do if your legs are too short or you can't reach to get that full stretch in your quad and hip flexor. I have to do it all the time or else I get out of alignment in my hips. I like to call it, short growth. I'm kind of in a small space here because there's people everywhere. I always get caught stretching, which is fine. I'm looking after my body. It's cool. Today is a really hot day. As you can see, I'm sweating. Now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna fuel up because the next thing I have to do is just come back out the door and give my dog a walk because it's gonna get hot and she can't walk in the heat. So we're gonna do that. And usually I'll do it at lunchtime or later on in the day. But in the heat of the summer, when we're reaching 36, 38 degrees Celsius in the heat of the day, it's just impossible. So let's go do that, shall we? Come on. So now I'm just gonna get some breakfast together real quick. I have a little bit of buckwheat.
I'm going to slice up a banana into my buckwheat. First, I'm going to get this a little bit hot. I'm going to use the microwave. Put a little bit of water in it. I don't mind my buckwheat crunchy.
I always have my big jug of water with me everywhere I go. I drink about 1.5 to 2 of these a day, and I find that I'll definitely bump up to 2 when I've done some exercising. I usually have 1 done generally by noon or 1 p.m. and then the other one takes a little bit longer to drink. I find that keeps me hydrated through the day. It keeps me going to the bathroom, but I'm very rarely dehydrated, and I feel like a hydrated body has a lot more energy potential than a non-hydrated body. Yes. Food is part of energy. So if you want to go out there and have really great walks or really great exercise sessions, you need to make sure that you're fueling yourself well. The one little hack that I have is, so I have some sliced up banana in here with some buckwheat oats. I like buckwheats because they're not a grain and they're really easy on the tummy. I'm going to sprinkle it with a bunch of cinnamon because the cinnamon is going to help to lower the glycemic index of the banana. They work together. Cinnamon really helps to stabilize the blood sugar. So I want this to be a slower burning fuel for me. So I've just put some hemp hearts into my breakfast here. There's also fiber. This is a psyllium blend, and I put a couple tablespoons of that in there as well. Protein, fiber, fruit, all really good stuff. Now I'm gonna make a protein shake, and I'm gonna pour some of it in there. I use a little bit of kefir, goat's milk, kefir, whatever. Don't be grossed out. It's pretty good, actually. Today I'm not gonna use the blender. I'm just gonna we're doing it express style. So I put about like a half a cup of that in there, and then it gives it kind of like creamy sour taste. And I fill it up with water. I have this greens powder that I like to get from Costco. And again, being the first meal of the day, I like to, get a little dash of that into my shake. And then this is actually one of my favorite protein powders. I have been using this. It's got like a whopping 30 grams of protein in it. And one of the things that I love about it is that it's easy, it's easy to mix. It doesn't clump. It has a good taste. Whoops, putting the wrong lid on the wrong thing. You ever do that? It's got a great flavor. It comes in a really big tub. It's affordable. It's Canadian. I love that. It's hard to find, good protein powders in Canada. And here's the best part. It is sucralose free. A lot of people don't know this about protein powders. It is super hard. Excuse me for a second. It is super hard to find a good protein powder that does not have sucralose in it. Sucralose disturbs the gut microbiome. So it also triggers a hunger response. So check your protein powder. I mean, they're supposed to be health products. And if something is disrupting your gut microbiome, that's the key to your metabolism. So why would you want to be putting in you every single day? I get fired up about this, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but sucralose, it does not have a place in our protein powders. So this one is sweetened with stevia, and I love it. My husband loves it. This video is not sponsored by it, but I do have a discount code below. 25% off down below in the description of this video. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this mixture, pour a little bit in here because it's got all the hempy and fiber and stuff like that, and I'm gonna mix it together. And the next time you see me, I'll be on the trail with the dog, getting in my next set of steps.
Ready to go for a walk? Let's go. Come on.
You might be wondering, why doesn't she just like take her dog for a run with her and like do both at once? Here's why. Blowing the mosquito off. She is a Pyrenees, which means she's a level 1 energy dog. Her least favorite thing to do in the world is to run. Sometimes it's difficult to get her to go for a walk. She needs to do it though, because it makes her work. And that way she's, less anxious and stuff like that, kind of like human. Also, because she's a guardian, every once in a while, we do a little bit of, jogging here and there. She gets really nervous when I'm running. And I think it's because she doesn't know what I'm running from. She can't figure it out because she can't smell anything dangerous. And here's her human running, and it's just, I find I get a better run because I'm focusing on me. I only do it twice a week, and it's like I can focus on me getting stronger, fitter, faster, and work towards my goals. When I'm out with her, there's more of a focus on her, and yeah, I think that it's healthy to separate your training from your dog walks from time to time, because that's how we are able to get fitter and reach our goals and really be able to, push your fitness level, because you're not thinking about anything else. You're stuck with you. And like, I walk with her every single day, and in this case, it's very rare that it's this hot and I have to, bunch everything up. But yeah, sometimes that's what you gotta do. We did about 30 minutes as a casual walk through the forest. I could have sung, I could have recited anything, could have had a great long conversation with you, That's the pace I was going. So now I'm at like over 9,000 steps for the day, and it's like 9:30 a.m. So obviously it's not going to take me much time to get to 10,000 steps today. And that's typical for my running days. So I'll make sure that I do a video on how I get to 10,000 steps a day when I do my strength workouts, because that's a different ball game. And today, like I said, it's tricky because the worst thing I could do is go home and sit down all day, because that will lock up recovery. It will stop it in its tracks. So I need to be creative about moving every hour or so.
I'm preparing for my show to go on the road at the end of summer. So I did a rehearsal. I kind of pace when I'm just learning the lines, because right now I'm not in the blocking stages yet. I also recorded a chapter of my book that I'm creating an audiobook for. And I've been sitting now for about 45 minutes. I'm starting to feel kind of tired. So I better get up and take my dog for an outside break and make sure that I get a little bit of movement walking around the yard a bit. And then come back in and finish my work day. I'm about halfway through my work day right now.
An epic fail, man. My butt hurts from sitting, not from working out, not from walking, not from standing, from sitting. I'm at about 11,000 steps. I've been inactive for 6 hours. So, like the whole point is not to ever get obsessive over what the trackers are telling you. It's being mindful of moving more often. Maybe this video should be about like how not to get to 10,000 steps in a day, like the wrong way to do it. I didn't intentionally do the things that I always tell other people not to do, but nobody's perfect. Tomorrow, I have a different schedule. So I'm going to record this video and I'm going to title it A Better Way to 10,000 Steps. So you're going to want to make sure that you're subscribed, because that one will be coming out next week. I do wear an Aura ring to track all my progress. I've been wearing it for 3.5 years. It just recently came out with a software update that told me that my heart is 14 years younger than my calendar age. I blame the walking, because I've been doing it for more than half my life. Let's just keep walking, okay? I just think it's so pretty in here. It's all these flowers blooming on the trees. It's just such a gorgeous time of year. It's like, I don't know, it's like a whole other world inside this place. It's one of my favorite trails. It's pretty close to my house. It is mosquito season now. So we're just on a little 15-minuter at the end of the day. It's just a stroll. What are you doing? At the end of the day, you can probably hear my dog slurping, drinking from her bowl, can't you? 20 minutes later, I ended up... She's done now. I ended up topping out just over 15,000 steps. I'll take a screenshot, put it right there. So today wasn't a perfect day, but we're not out for perfection. We learn from our, I wouldn't really call it mistakes, but there is a better way to get 10,000 steps in a day. And obviously I did 15,000 steps, but that only happens on days that I run. And like I said before, I only run 2 days a week. It also happens on days that I mow the lawn. But usually I generally get in about 10,000 steps when I have a normal day. So tomorrow I'm gonna make a video about a better way to get to 10,000 steps, and make sure that you're subscribed because that will be coming out next week. If you're looking to gradually increase your steps in a safe way that you can be consistent with, make sure that you check out this video right here, and I'll also link it in the description below. I'll see you in the next video.